Taylor about the fucking flex.
Gặp cho nó răng cơn tim bị làm mơ yeah. Chẳng lúc cứ lan rồi yên mơ pa chẳng làm mà bám lại ông chợt thân em đến như sẽ bị xì
Yeah, don't they? Yeah. 다 혼상만념들레스. 다 장마야 죽여다. 야, 당아서야 죽여. 파킹샤 미상마야 죽여.
It's a minute just looking. Yeah, they have a hope.
Vito, where's Lara? Where is your hair? Yeah, Shamu. Shamu's in this. Hey, they're doing any work today. Shamu.
It was just two lovers sitting in the car, listening to blonde, falling for each other. Pink and orange skies, feeling super childish and Donald Glover. This go from my mother. Like where you at tonight? Got no alibi. I was all alone with the love of my life. She's got glitters for skin, my radiant beat in the night.
Thank you, Ajahn. Thanks.
I don't need no light to see you shine. It's your golden hour. You slow down time in your We were just two lovers, feet up on the dash, driving nowhere fast, burning through the summer. Radio on blast, make the moment last. She got solar power, minutes feel like hours. She knew she was the baddest. Can you even imagine falling like I did? For the love of my life, she's got glow on her face, a glorious look in her eyes. My angel of love. I was all alone with the love of my life. She's got glitter for skin, my radiant beam in the night. I don't need no light to see you shine. It's your golden hour.
不来了，味道黄花舒服的买不了。这首歌唱的山高没得最好味，城里方言那他就能翻着背。以前是有好背，现在就有好多点不睡。Loca loca loca loca。
扎西的嘞，养的有我，扎西的嘞，养的有我，扎西的嘞，养的有我，扎西的嘞，养的有
我缠住的性格让周老人听我Prada，跟着我的Prada。
我坐上他们固定的 K， 全部都带走，属于我的一切才开会。成功的路上太多的坏人，兄弟们从不理会。带着我的梦想，这不是 step on rain， 过我的兄弟 step to 扎西的嘞，养的有我，扎西的嘞，养的有我，扎西的嘞，养的有我，扎西的嘞，养的有我。
钞票就当我一小注定没钞票了。冲动干么看场，冲动干么过过，热完那声要来哟，热完那声得来哟，小注里么也来可是可，多注里么也来吃是吃。托你咋人头，得了康吉的问头送。刚就咋就住，那行那咋那个那么多那能接送？刚就咋就住，那行那咋那个那么多那能接送？冲动干么看场，冲动干么过过，热完那声要来哟，热完那声得来哟，小住里么也来可是可，多住里么也来吃是吃。vìว่าจะต้องซื้อสุดที่เล่นดอกทางชูมันจีบาดอกทางจานาตาในชุกโซกันนากาเดกาดาฮิเยซงดอกทางจานาตาในชุกโซกันนากาเดกาดาฮิเยซง冲动干么看场，冲动干么过过，热完那声要来哟，热完那声得来哟，小住里。可是可，多做你么样啊？吃是吃，今年没有几把的来让鱼龙把鸡送，让鱼怕嘛不这个着脸怎个娘怎么样要凶送，让鱼怕嘛不这个着脸怎个娘怎么样要凶送，冲动干么看场，冲动干么过。热完那声要来哟，热完那声得来哟，小住里么也来可是可，多住里么也来吃是吃。今年没有几把的来让鱼龙把鸡送，让鱼怕嘛不这个着脸怎个娘怎么样要凶送，让鱼怕嘛不这个着脸怎个娘怎么样要凶。让鱼怕嘛不这个着脸怎个娘怎么样要穷送？
年必往国松，年辈之都却把来해가 잠시 숭바라이 차 아에라 소지 아에라 소지 아에라 소숨 제나 정라예스
Sudu chela papi,
got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind. You got me stuck on the thought of you. You're making me feel brand new. You're more than a sunshine in my eyes. You got those pretty eyes in your head. You know it. You got me dancing in my bed, so let me show it. You are exactly what I want. Kinda cool and kinda not. Wanna give myself to you. Yeah, we're driving down the freeway at night. I only got one thing in the back of my mind. I'm feeling like this might be my time to shine with you, with you, with you. I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting our favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind. You got me stuck on the thought of you. You're making me feel brand new. You're more than a sunshine in my eyes. I got my head out the sunroof. You got me stuck.
You want the best too? Yes, for sure.
달리창마 배박하기 비게레스.
한 단어씩 미리알 시나랑도 최초로 와. 한 디나시 저랑 벤츠 가와 칭베이네. 로단 블루저로 시스템 담을린 담을 집어 치잖아.
이제 보이거든요, 여기라 본다.
그 정말 비나. 담을린기 벤츠기 시스템들로 OCLC를. 오늘 딱 본데 디나라야 딱 빼져다 좀 명명 상황이 명만. 디안 시스템디 유니버시티나리는 양아 인도시아요래. 디마냠 디제데 다지버게 사올 자동아. 한에 빼지 딜레 체에는 디수 여기리야 폴리오 시지 빼져거나 사자. 두두 빼지 첨부 공주 템능시 요마로 와. 온데디 시아요래. 그래서 디 가와치 메인에 볼 당하라래 디스메날 샤노로 와.
아마 스튜디오는 패다. 스튜디오는 아데모これ全部これ全部だ 정예배우다
Woke up on the right side of the bed. What's up with this Prince song inside my head? Hands up if you're down to get down.
이거하고 마시고 보통은
It's always a good time. Slept in all my clothes like I didn't care. Hopped into a cab, take me anywhere. I'm in if you're down to get down tonight. 'Cause it's always a good time.
Good morning, good night. I wake up at twilight.
It's gonna be alright. We don't even have to try. It's always a good time. It's always a good time.
college USA international के top rank something now.
One thing you want to know is like the early decision. There's different kinds of admissions. Like there's early decision, and then there's
Thank you.
early admission, and then there's regular admission. So like there's a lot of research that needs to be done into like doing having knowing all your options for successful things. So maybe you guys already know all these different kinds of admission, but what was tricky for me was figuring out which school you want to be for an early decision or early admission. So you have your first choice that you want to apply to first. Maybe it's hopefully University of Chicago, which you can apply earlier, and then if you apply early, you have a better chance of getting in because less people apply early. And so getting into these schools can sometimes be really difficult because they have a low acceptance rate. So many people all over the world apply, but they accept something like 6% of applications. So how do you get in? So you need to think strategically sometimes. And so something like thinking about what school you want to do for early admissions or early decision can be really helpful.
For early admissions, are you referring to early action?
I think that, they probably changed. It's been like a
I
while.
was like, wait, early admissions?
There's probably, early action. Yeah, they probably changed the lingo since it's been like
I think there is early decision and early action. Early action is not binding. Early decision is binding.
Yeah. So when you want to know, like if you apply to a school and it's binding, you want to know for sure that it's the school you want to go to. Yeah, of course. But for me, just showing on your application all the strengths that you have, really like highlighting all the important things that you've done. For example, the competition in New York is like really like something you can highlight. And providing, when I applied, I had a background in playing the flute. And so I provide supplemental materials of, showing me playing the flute. You could think about what kind of supplemental materials, for example, a recording of the performance in New York could be a piece of supplemental material that they could show just all the well-rounded qualities that you have, that you're a very competitive applicant and you want to be a good fit. So those are the general things, but also just one thing that I wish I did was I wish I started earlier when it came to writing my application materials. Sometimes if you wait till the end, you just don't have enough time to share it with people, share it with, anyone who's, who you think, could look at your materials and give you some feedback. So I think that could be like really useful, just starting as early as possible, like even the summer before or even earlier can be really useful. And so that's like the practical strategic thing. But then I also think that it's really important to just have fun in the process and really enjoy envisioning, where do I want to be for 4 years? What kind of person do I want to be? What kind of things do I want to learn? And just get really excited for like a new chapter, and enjoy the process, even though it can be stressful with, do you guys even still do testing? Like when you guys do still SATs, yeah. So I remember it's so stressful, but sometimes it's so easy to lose the focus on that it's an exciting next step in your education. So I would say just having like that kind of in the back of your head that you're envisioning you're envisioning what you want to do, and that's just make that as enjoyable as possible. When if it comes to just like visiting a campus and like being excited about like, oh, I could envision myself here, like I could see myself taking a class here or studying in this spot. Hopefully the cafes will be open next time. You can see the all the cafe life that also goes on. And yeah, you want to find a good fit. So that might mean, you know, looking at multiple schools. Like this is like a mid-sized school, but maybe it's totally fine. Some people really want a liberal arts school, not, you know, a research institution. So this is a research institution, like R1, like top of the line producing research. But there are also schools that don't have graduate schools, so that only specialize in the undergraduate experience and that are generally smaller. So maybe, you know, you could think about, you know, play around, you know, just think and dream, like, or talk to people who have gone to these different schools and see how their experiences were. And then there's also the state school too. So, and maybe this is, you guys all know this stuff, but just, you know, these different things, they exist, and even in Chicago, all of these kinds of schools exist. So it's really just in our backyard that we have like a really vibrant university culture that you can just tap into. And I'm sure, you know, if you're looking for like a UIC or Loyola or Northwestern, those are other great schools to think about. And like UIC would be the state school, which is a little bit bigger. It has its own draws. So yeah.
I thought UIC was a private institution. Are you talking about Urbana?
No.
That's UIUC.
UIUC. I thought University of Illinois Chicago.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the state school.
Yeah, that's what I meant. What did I say? Oh, U Chicago.
No, UIUC.
Yeah, you said UIC. That's how I was
The
confused.
Urbana-Champaign.
No, UIC is University in Chicago.
Oh, I thought.
I know she said state school. Urbana-Champaign is the.
I thought that the university.
No, University in Chicago is a state school. No.
It's so complicated because it's all of the names are so similar. I also had this when I went to the University of Pennsylvania versus Penn State. Like it's so.
University of Illinois Champaign is state.
That's the state school. And
The
there's also
state school is known for technology.
yeah.
It's a tech school.
Engineering, yeah.
And then there's also the, but I think the University of Illinois Chicago campus, like in the west
Yeah,
County,
UIC.
UIC, that's right.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I think.
So you probably all know these things, but maybe if you have any like specific questions or things, it's been a while since I applied, but I remember it being a really like intense process. So if there's any
Yeah,
questions.
if you have a question, any concern, anything, any information you want to know, it's a Bamukari. Anyone will share your experience of it.
It's in Ohio. When I applied, we had representatives that came to our school. So I went to UWC. I don't know if you guys know, but it's in Norway. So I did my high school in Norway. And during my high school, some of the representatives came and they talked about the different schools. And Case Western was one of the schools that really stood out to me because they told me they have the beach and the Asia town. And I was excited about that. None of the other schools said it. So I applied, I got in, and I just accepted. I never considered early decision or early action. My top choice was not Case Western, it was Johns Hopkins, but I got waitlisted, so I decided to go with Case Western because they gave me full scholarship and some extra money. So yeah, like the whole application process, even like applying to this university, I think it was also very intense. I think you always have to think about, you know, what makes you different and why should they choose you out of everybody else. Because I know a lot of students like me, especially Tibetan students who have come from India and we've gotten scholarships to study abroad, and everybody's in a different UWC. So like UWC, there are 18 UWCs all across the world, and each school has students representing 80 different nationalities. So you have to represent Tibet at that stage, but then everybody's applying to all these top schools, right? So you have to really show how do you differentiate yourself out of everybody else. And because like you guys are also around the same age, when you also apply, you have to show like what makes you different, what makes you stand out outside of the people around you. So I think that's why it's important that you always kind of take initiative, leadership. Those are big qualities they always look for in applications. And of course, having good grades is really important. When I was applying for college, they canceled SAT. It was optional because it was the first year of COVID. So I didn't take it because my grades were good, so I was confident in my application material. But if you feel like this could be a good bump for your application, you should definitely take the SATs, like practice materials. Like if you study for 3 months intensively, you can get a really good score for SATs. And it really shapes where you go in life. I think SAT scores and your AP or IB scores. I did international baccalaureate for high school. Yeah, I think in my application in undergrad, what made me kind of different was during my time at UWC, I was involved in a lot of different extracurricular activities. And for me, I think what makes me different is my leadership and initiative. I do a lot of things on campus. I've started a lot of organizations, even in UWC, and then also representing Tibetan culture. I went on a lot of performances throughout Norway. So I think those were some of the things that I mentioned. Of course, my grades, and then the story of, just from my background being a Tibetan, but also like the kind of impact that I want to make in this world, because a lot of the schools, they really appreciate your potential. They want to see what you're going to do in the future and how you're going to give back to the community you come from. So it's really important to highlight those things and just to have some experiences to back up your story, because you're not just like giving them out information without any evidence. When I applied to U Chicago, I applied to some other schools. I really chose U Chicago because they gave me the best scholarship. And I didn't even know U Chicago was like that amazing, because I was also confused about the different schools in U. I didn't even know like U Chicago was like U Chicago and then UIC. I was confused too, but the program here is very prestigious. I'm doing my master's in social policy and social work. So within social work, we have different. You can either become a therapist if you study micro clinical social work, or you can go into macro social work. So you learn about SNAPs, Medicare, Medicaid, the welfare system, the American welfare system, and go into policy. That's what a lot of students do. So for now, I'm trying to get experiences in all different types of fields. Like over the summer, I'm doing a policy internship to just have some experience in macro. I think it's a really good school. We have so many programs. There are over 400 student organizations here. I've joined a lot of them. I'm just like on the email list. And if you are someone who can take on opportunities, I think this is a great school. Even though it's a big school, you can always make yourself kind of stand out if you can choose the right path for you. And always help, like having a friend is always really helpful, like going through the same process of applying to schools, keeping each other accountable. When I applied to 8 schools. So at UWC, they tell us to apply for 3 top schools. So schools that are your dream schools, and then 3 target schools, depending on your grade that you're sure you would get into, and then 9 schools, and then 3 schools that are safe schools. So no matter what, you know you're gonna get into those schools. So those were some of the good application tips I received. And yeah, I think one thing I would say is like always aim big. I wished in my undergrad I applied to some like more of like the Ivy League schools, but my school was very discouraging because the counselor wasn't very supportive of us. But I wish that was like an advice I got, like to trust in my story and my ability, and I wished I applied to better schools. But I still had a good experience, and I think college is really, really fun. You get to take class, like I was telling him, I took like manga class, anime class, music class, theater class, anthropology, economics. Like my first year in undergrad, I was taking classes from every department because I just wasn't sure what I wanted to study. And so I took each semester I was taking classes from all different classes. So I was running from different departments, but it's really fun. And once you know what you want to study, then you kind of stick with it, or you can always change. Because in undergrad I studied business and psychology, and I thought I was gonna go into MBA, but now I'm in the social policy sector. So things could change, but I think college is a really fun experience. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. So these are kind of things that, these are the crux of the things that our students should know. These are extremely important, and that is why I thought right away that that you should all should get those information. And very important thing is, and some of the points they have made are extremely important. And one of these is you have to show how different you are. You have to show that part, and all universities, there are common app, there is a college common app, there is a college application. That question is specific from the college, specific to the college, and its its aims and objectives, its mission, and then you have to write those things in accordance with the question. And as they have mentioned, because we all have the same story about our struggle as being a Tibetan, but at the same time, don't overwhelm your whole application for being a Tibetanness. Mention this everybody knows about it, and that is the whole essence of our struggle. That's how we are. We grew up with this one, but at the same time, there is a bigger picture of the academic part. And in your common app, probably you will mention those points. And I want to make one very important thing that I've come across through my daughter's experience. If there is option, it is option, but I would not take it. Because when you see something you are being given as an option, then you think, oh, it's option, I will not do this. That gives an impression to the university that you are not someone who will do over and above of anything you are doing. I feel this very important. And second thing is, when you are trying to show your uniqueness, what you are good at, what are the things that has changed your life. And also with the curriculum, you have to mention everything what you have done in recent times. And these are not something that you will come out in overnight. You have practiced, you have attended, you have spent many hours. Then you finally come to the point of going to the competition. And when you went to the competition, you achieved something. These are not in the air. These are in the website and in the social media everywhere. And if you are able to present those things and demonstrate who you are as a person, not just as a person, what academic capability you have. And those are very important that you should keep in mind. I would say at least from 9th grade, you should be ready with everything you plan to do in the next 4 years of your high school studies. And whatever you do during those times will determine your college admission, and along the line, it will shape you what you want to be and what your goals are. And therefore, coming back to the down to the point of applying at least 8 to 9 college, university, schools you should apply, and depending on the priority, what you want to study, and you have to know about the school, why you want to go to this particular school. And the school always asks this very question, why this school? Why this school is different from other? And those things you have to be very important. And my last thing is, people use AI, and I'm very interested in AI, doing a lot of things through AI, but using AI is dangerous also, but you should be cautious, you should be careful to work on your own writing first, to put everything how you different you are, not letting the AI determine what to write and what not to write. Once you have everything what you want to be through your writing, then you can ask AI to design in such a way that it is your application and not somebody else. And there are many ways by which we can determine whether someone is using AI or not. And that's not good thing to have. So admission is not same as it used to be. AI is such a good thing, but at the same time, you have to be careful. You have to be vigilant about what you'll be writing down. And whatever you'll be writing down, you have to be very specific, logical, and justify why you are different, why you want this particular school. And those are kind of things that you should be asking questions time and again whenever you meet with a person like Lara or Tinjapama or any other college students or graduate students. Those will help you so much through the years. It will be very laborious, it will be very rigorous, but that's how you have to be the best. Okay? Good luck.
To my phone. Oh, actually, you're
If you have any question,
to ask.
Yeah, also, what's wrong with it?
Ask the Genesis, do you have any questions?
그냥 수술로 좀 가르치기는 오늘 보라. 또 저번에는 내일 그냥 수술 제대로 쳐버다. And choice your opportunity your and 수술 제목도 있나? 다 수술 열로 도서 주고로 열로 도서 남았다. And 디 가르친 정도는 through persistent 오늘 가르치려 들려요. 깔래 겸 제가 맞아 오늘 깔래. 유니버시티 시카고 기로와 로크 디게 땅이 로 정한 니수 정한 플랫 되어 당는 이제 버릴라 디 개와들이셔. 개와 오디게 좀 지단저로 와. 먼저 니미 담교 니 밑에 세계 담셔도 와. 패턴 그래 먼저기 지지지게 안도 돌아 이모티니 지라이주고 디나시 그럼 룽하고 쉬우치 가리 정리요. 가리로 줄지요. 당아 테이크에 좀 이제 삼단교 말에 당나시 지 가르치면 로교 제세디 지 안데그레 주고를 싸워님 되죠 말에 그러나 안데그레 제와 제탄에 내가 야고 주라서는 그러나 대소나 만에 용해줘로 와 이게 또 용되리야 도되게 아니 이마지 그러나 가르치 다다 가리 이마줘로 와 되게만 교도를 제가 당분 로춘주 인도네 로춘제 로 니슈 숨주나는 오늘 PhD 지원에 PhD 제타와 로춘 되게 제타와 쳐 This time you don't have to think for the rest of your life. Right? Can lumba dela the look di invest in yourself. So invest 가르치기다. 로좀 제네 그런 말도 sagmada. 영아의 life experience. That's the only thing. 스스로 좀 후다 버다 제치chen 인 메즈날이야. 뭔가들 방구처럼 상원이는 성금에 가르치는 로좀디 지레도와 지 롭시되게. 니네시 준도 상으로 스스로 인베스트 롭좀체 규 야고 지연하니 규조도 우리 규라도 우리 롭좀 하지라이. You may fall down 10 times, but you will come back again. 가르치는 딩기 롭좀도 있나? 디 캐라도 세미나를 샤와 아니 undergraduate graduate those 체제도 내가 디테일을 내가 진짜 좋아서 나는 내가 도 캠도 체제 하나 하고 체제 뭐라다 이제 상담도 말해 last but door 가서는 롭조치 잠샤타서는 추로에 저러 티슈 칼래요 디 튕기도 정말 말해 아마 개도요래 근데 이제 스스로 고급 유도 잡으러 와 같이 롭조 제도가 쳐 그다음 디 세미나를 인지는 샤워 디 포고도 아니 이 내들들에 사는로 아니 지 내가 가르치기 전에 니나는 시내리 임을 와 수수야 지 내가 지 이제 거기 대대기 되나니 용말 저기 대 삼당다 수수를 인베스트 삼당 좀 가르치기 이나 돼서 제도 왔다 좋아 한 내가 누구 겹 할래 겹 아니 지금 와서 그걸 가르쳐 말라면 one thing we don't have is we do so many things but we never mention in our application because we are not used to doing something like that 네 인지 개점을 되지 않았어데 옆에 나를 가르쳐야 단다 저한테 가르쳐봐 아니 가서한테 내 동아리를 송송 롱안에 아니 베벨라페 나를 용체 육 신내 결혼 놀러 제제 competition 날 도토로와 these are the kind of things the university people want to see who you are 이 니마치 갈래 개개자 말아 롱안에 결혼 갈래 개들스러워 나 이미 도서관을 그들이 처음부터 밀 통도 또 당만 야구 좀 멘션 제도 저거 이게 배주 땅도 저거 야구다 단다 이 두줄에 디 안에 개주주디 information is power of the information for 가봐 아무튼 같이 갔어 가는 영어다 디코 그래서 소셜 미디어에 이날라 야 이게 좀냥 이거 다이어때 가르치고도 가르치고도 지 유니버시티 아니 믹스에 되신들 그런 따다 엄마 당겨도 한대까지 치도 이제 다때 쇼트 송장 먼저 좀 지금 가지는 좀 되고 와 이렇게 지셔서 그거 시험을 왔다 들이대 또 이제 아니 말 계시네 로그도 되어 또 계시에 이제 뭐 어디 그런들 지딱 가리 양 가리용 물에 야구 간대용 살에 되는 선지 자주 쉬고 그래 아니 저랑 수술 빨리 개와 아니 sen다 주어들이 대조고에 그래 먹으면 anytime 이메일 티지케랑 같은 데는 성도 슬라비나 알 조고에 마음 터져요 스타디션의 편에 막 조고에 오더라 상관은 랭게로 이 개조로 와 이거 지 수술이 원에 같이 이제 나도 미리 집은 미질이야 랭 캡처로 간대 채도 먼저 다 야타모 제일 이거는 양으로 같이 지금보다 날 이런데 컨텐츠 30분에 그전에 뒤 처음으로 와 이제 30분에 치고래 이 대학원 수업을 다 진짜 걸려고 했어
걔가 그때 부부도 같이 지기다 해서 걔가 그런 내가 그리 지기요 내가 나를 트레트스라 나 걔가 소다디게 퍼스널 내가 걔가 저 그리 주베이나 걔가 다 손손 이메일 아주 저기라 저한테나 파마로 깨끗이 신기 말아 어디 걔가 진짜 다시 부 같이 지게 그들라 그리 지기요 내서랑아
나 되게 왜 게임을 보여래 왜 게임을 보여래 아니 야친소나 방도 들려가지 제 안데 디비니티 스쿨 길로프 디게라다 데 라라다 본다 하고 그래 빼지 치고 빼자 왜 빼지 인진을 교단가 항상 제가 나라주 가와이면에 왜 이렇게 빼자 안 되지는 디 인진을 안 되지 그러래 럽스 땅에 로니슈스 컨디체터데 디겔럭 뛰어래 인데도 전에는 알라주는 이 정말 되시겠고 인지 도당 통해 다저도 도당 통해 아니 지금 반대 인지인데 실증이 알아서기 다 로비 제소도 되래 아니 로프 답에다 요르나 엘라라도 라라 차샤위나 로르미면 알아다 로존체 되게 정리요래 미유더디 라라게 안데 로존 제소 디비 디디랑체 롤메가 셰다 롤메가 롤메가 체도 또 먼저 내가 뭐 제사를 딱 단다 시에디 나를 내가 체 달려야가 사게 베리다 롤메 땡지 여러 방 알아서 나 어떻게 땡지 프로리서치 디나 로지고 디나시 디로메 여름에 매주이나 매주 규식치우래 나가나시 남주이나 체매 중요래 실생기도 다 배수수기 가래되나 간다 베베끼다 되어요기 달로선 체인제나 디글로기 체들리게
지게라 같은데디 기실라 담비슈도아 아 기실라 델라 페니 따라 가는 게는 지게라 체코즈에 체소
근데 기실만은 대패 거의 좀제디 가로디 단당도 단데 다니 뭐만 좀 패그래 대패제 먼저 미디 당아르 랑소 슈비나 today LLM language model, large language model, AI it is very tough to the Digi Lady D Tola, and I want to dig on a legacy summary, this like the data we need to do over this should dig on a legacy. In Utah, the summer AI.
Gela Katina Teni Gisela de Dandusu Tubora, Gela Dela Mena, Sina Suina Gutu Mara.
Now today, the day they were here and under that. How long wasn't the Shita? Some of them did the sugar, how much tended to do yellow to red, they did the sugar, or June, this one yellow to red, they did the sugar, and around some about Hejable one, Anaji, Janzo, Jana, Telegraphy, DPS one, Anaji wanted the Jebunki, the Jebunki, they removed the music and the sugar. Wanted they were even wanting the sugar. And they did for Raj's mother, Hasana, she Cheshire Sky, hot corrugation, remember, yes. So they told to share, told to give, told to pray, told to double, what I come and join is to Israel take the photo again, it is Georgia. Which is in the core paint over some side of the rock. I did head over the 40 that 4 packages, 4 customers. So you 2 years, 4,000 dollars. And you never walk around and paint over the subject. Have you done today?
Yeah, very good. You got a money, but scholars in the paper, the university paper.
Yeah, look, then they want that on the Digibamule, Talule, Massipant or what today's competition, what today's Salama in Tibetan language, that's just to work. Lara, can you talk about this a little bit and about your Instagram on Tibetan language at Chicago? I like that.
Oh yeah, the Tibetan table, since we're really lucky that Paul is here, and so there were a lot of students learning Tibetan, and we wanted to have some more time to practice colloquial Tibetan because Gela teaches us mostly classical Tibetan, and so actually at the University of Chicago there's a lot of different language groups that meet once a week, some more like there's the people who speak Turkish together, they gather. There are people who speak Arabic together, or any language. So we said we should have one for Tibetan too, So, and since Palma's here, we said, she could come and, help. I wanted to learn Ume because I know Uchen, and there were some other people who wanted to learn Ume. So we basically, we meet and we practice handwriting, but also colloquial discussion, and we also just some people come with like homework questions, but we're basically like a group of students who practice Tibetan together once a week, and Palma leads us with that. But we also have done a little bit of singing, and like we've performed with the South Asian Music Ensemble. Where we sang, so we've done that too, which was really fun, and we're gonna do that again next Sunday, so a week. But yeah, it's a great group, and regarding the Instagram account, it's sort of like documenting our process. Like we're meeting, so people know that people at the University of Chicago, we're learning Tibetan, we're learning classical Tibetan, yes, but we're also learning colloquial Tibetan. We're speaking. And I think we're lucky Palma brought the Jamnian 1 week, and we saw that, and we learned a little bit about that. So yeah, the Instagram is more of like a documentation, like archival, because we might have to, I'll be around for a few more years. Palma will be around for hopefully more than just 1 year, but she'll be graduating. So we're just documenting what we're doing and celebrating Tibetan culture at U Chicago.
Yeah.
Thank
you. Whenever we have any Tibetan grad students, especially a native speaker, it's always advantage for us because I cannot do all the things, so that we have a different time so that I can send all my students go there and do your homework or those kind of things, and it really helps. Yeah.
Nie